Jesse McCartney is an American singer-songwriter, actor and voice actor. McCartney achieved fame in the late 1990s on the daytime drama All My Children as JR Chandler. He later joined boy band Dream Street, and eventually branched out into a solo musical career. Additionally, McCartney has appeared on shows such as Summerland and Greek. McCartney also is known for lending his voice as Theodore in Alvin and the Chipmunks and its sequels, as well as voicing Robin Nightwing in Young Justice and Roxas and Ventus in the video game series Kingdom Hearts developed by Square Enix. Early life: McCartney was born on April 9, 1987, in Westchester, New York, the son of Ginger and Scott McCartney. He began performing in local community musicals at the age of 7, before joining the national tour of The King and I at age 10 along with Phil of the Future star Ricky Ullman. There he played the character of Louie. In 1998, he sang with the group Sugar Beats and can be heard on their 1998, 1999, and 2000 CD releases. Music career: 1999 - 2002, Dream Street. In 1999, McCartney joined the American pop boy band Dream Street, and was a member until 2002. He has described the experience as a good stepping stone for his solo career. The group earned a gold record with their debut CD. At 15, he began work on a solo career with a local band, featuring musicians Dylan Condor, Peter Chima, Katie Spencer, Alex Russico, Corina Lagravinese, Charis Francisco, and under the management of Ginger McCartney and Sherry Goffin Condor, who co-produced his first album, Beautiful Soul. McCartney released his first solo EP in July 2003. The album featured 3 songs: Beautiful Soul, Don't You, Why Don't You Kiss Her. In 2004, he performed a duet with Anne Hathaway, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, which is featured on the Yellow Enchanted soundtrack. 2004 - 2006, Beautiful Soul and Right Where You Want Me. McCartney's debut solo album, Beautiful Soul, which was 2 years in the making, was released on September 28, 2004, in the United States and over a year later in Europe. He categorized it as a pop record with twists of urban. The album featured 4 songs that he co-wrote. Beautiful Soul reached number 15 on the Billboard 200. The album has been certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, denoting over 1 million units of shipment to U.S. retailers. It is his highest certified album as of early 2009. By mid-2006, the album had sold more than 1.5 million copies. The album's lead single of the same name reached number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. McCartney was one of the artists to win multiple awards at the 2005 Teen Choice Awards, including Choice Crossover Artist, Choice Male Artist and Choice Breakout, Male. The following year, he won Favorite Male Singer at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. His first headlining tour, also named Beautiful Soul, began on May 2, 2005 at the Crest Theater in Sacramento, California. The United States portion of the tour spanned 56 stops, ending on September 10, 2005 at the Madera District County Fair in Madera, California. In the fall of 2005, McCartney toured Australia, and opened for the Backstreet Boys in Europe in the summer of 2005. His July 9 performance at California's Great America in Santa Clara, California was recorded, released as Live, the Beautiful Soul Tour in November 2005. After the filming of Keith Wrapped, McCartney began working on his second album, Right Where You Want Me, co-writing all but one of the songs featured in it. Right Where You Want Me is more mature than his debut, reflecting his musical and personal growth since he recorded his debut album at age 15. Released by Hollywood Records on September 19, 2006, the album reached number 14 on the Billboard 200. The lead single of the album, Right Where You Want Me, began receiving airplay on July 11, 2006. Although he did not launch a full tour, he did various promotional shows in Italy and the United States. Relationship with Disney: he has contributed to numerous Disney soundtracks including Disney Mania 2, Radio Disney Jingle Jams, A Cinderella Story, That's So Raven, Stuck in the Suburbs, Lizzie McGuire Total Party. Disney Mania 3, Sydney White, Radio Disney Jams, Volume 7, Radio Disney Jams, Volume 8, Disney Mania 4, Hannah Montana, Radio Disney, Party Jams, That's So Raven 2. Radio Disney Jams, Volume 9, Radio Disney Jams, Volume 11, and The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. McCartney also appeared on the Disney Channel teen sitcoms The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Hannah Montana. McCartney is also voice of Terrence in the Tinker Bell franchise. 2007 Euro 2009, Songwriting and Departure. In the fall of 2007, McCartney co-wrote the hit song Bleeding Love with Ryan Tedder of One Republic, produced by McCartney and Tedder for McCartney's third album, but gave it away to English singer Leona Lewis for her debut album, Spirit. The song was nominated for Record of the Year at the 2009 Grammy Awards. McCartney recorded his own version, which was released on some editions of his Departure album. McCartney released his third album, Departure, on May 20, 2008 in the United States and Canada. Musically, it is a departure from his early works, showcasing more mature themes. The album has reached number 14 on the Billboard 200. The album's lead single, Leave In, was released in March 2008, and reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, giving McCartney his highest charting single to date. The single was certified platinum by the RIAA, selling over 2 million downloads on iTunes, becoming McCartney's highest certified single as of early 2009. The second single, It's Over, was released on August 26, 2008, and reached number 62 on the Hot 100. McCartney promoted Departure on a co-headlining tour with Jordan Sparks, which began in August 2008 and ended in September. He also did solo shows at theaters and small venues to support the album while on tour with Sparks. Sparks also approached him to write some material for her. McCartney re-released Departure on April 7, 2009. The re-release, Departure, Recharged, featured 4 new songs, Body Language, Oxygen, Crash and Burn, and In My Veins. The re-release also features a remix of How Do You Sleep? With rapper-actor Ludacris. The third single from the album was released from the re-release and was the remix of How Do You Sleep? It was much more successful than the second single, reaching number 26 on the Hot 100. The fourth and final single from the album was also released from the re-release and was a new version of Body Language featuring T-Pain. The single reached number 35 on the Hot 100. 2010 Euro Present. In Technicolor, the lead single from his fourth studio album Have It All, Shake, was sent to radio on September 8, 2010 and was released digitally on September 21, 2010. The song peaked at number 54 on the Hot 100. On October 18, 2010, it was announced that Have It All would be released in January 2011. On November 30, it was announced that the album release would be pushed up to December 28, 2010, the Tuesday following Christmas. On December 3, 2010, McCartney announced through his Facebook page that he pushed the release date for the album back to early 2011. On April 7, 2011, McCartney responded to a question on his Twitter page about the delay, saying the release of Have It All has been put on hold until we hear about the outcome of Lock and Key, the television series in which he had a lead role. On November 3, McCartney said via his Who Say page 2012 is still the magic year for the record to finally come out. On May 6, 2012, McCartney's mother said on Twitter that the replacement of the president of his label, Hollywood Records in January 2012 is delaying the release of his album. In March 2013 issue of Glamaholic magazine that he has covered, an exclusive interview was conducted and he confirmed the release of his anticipated fourth studio album, after all the disbandments of his record label, within this year. Have It All, however, would go on to never be officially released. On May 13, it was confirmed on Air with Ryan Seacrest that Jesse McCartney will be joining the Backstreet Boys and E.J. Pauli D on their new tour In a World Like This kicking off on August 2, 2013. On August 13, the singer released the lead single Back Together from his upcoming album which will be on his new independent label, 808 Records. He performed it live on The Today Show on August 15, 2013. On December 10, 2013, McCartney released a 4-song EP titled In Technicolor, Part 1 with the as-yet untitled album to follow in spring 2014. He says this album will be an authentic 70s disco pop record. On May 6, 2014, McCartney released a new single titled Superbad, and released the music video soon afterwards. McCartney's fourth studio album, In Technicolor, was released on July 22, 2014. Other ventures: acting career. McCartney appeared with The Who's Roger Daltrey in A Christmas Carol at Madison Square Garden. From 1998 to 2001, McCartney played Adam Chandler, Jr. in the ABC soap opera All My Children, a role for which he earned 2 Young Artist Awards and 2 Daytime Emmy Award nominations. He also later starred in the short-lived series Summerland, which aired on the WB for 2 seasons, playing orphan teenager Bradine Westerly. In 2005, McCartney appeared as himself in the Disney Channel show, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. In 2007, he starred as himself in the Disney Channel show, Hannah Montana. In 2008, McCartney was also featured as the voice of Horton Hears a Who's JoJo McDad. McCartney also voiced Theodore in the 2007 film Alvin and the Chipmunks, the 2009 film Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Square, and the 2011 film Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, in addition to voicing Terrence in the 2008 film Tinker Bell. He also voices Robin in the Young Justice series. In 2008, McCartney co-starred along with Elizabeth Haranoy in an independent teenage drama feature film, Keith, directed by Todd Kessler. It is his movie debut, and features McCartney in the title role. Keith was released on September 19, 2008. According to Entertainment Weekly, in December 2008, McCartney was negotiating to play against type in the role of the Fire Nation's Prince Zuko in M. Night Shyamalan's feature film adaptation of Avatar, The Last Airbender. In February 2009, British actor Dev Patel replaced McCartney, whose tour dates conflicted with a boot camp scheduled for the cast to train in martial arts. McCartney has expressed an interest in directing and producing films and even considered enrolling in a film school. McCartney appeared as a recurring character in the ABC Family series Greek for several episodes, playing a star football talent who joins Kappa Tau. His character eventually decides to pledge the fraternity after citing pressures between football and Greek life combined with Rusty stealing his girlfriend Jordan. McCartney also worked in several installments of the Square Enix video game series Kingdom Hearts. He was featured as Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2006, and reprised the role in 2009 in Kingdom Hearts 358/2 Days. He also provided the voice work for Ventus, a character in the video game of the same series Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. He reprised both roles in Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance, released in 2012. McCartney confirmed in early February 2011 via Twitter, and on the website ParisHilton.com, that he will have a major role on the new Fox pilot Lock and Key. In May 2011, Fox announced that it would not be picked up to the series. McCartney also starred in the horror film Chernobyl Diaries, released on May 25, 2012. He has been added to the Season 7 cast of the Lifetime Network series Army Wives, portraying a young soldier deployed to Afghanistan with an 18-year-old wife at home. Fragrance. In June 2011, McCartney introduced a new women's fragrance called Wanted by Jessie. Philanthropy. In 2005, McCartney participated in Come Together Now, a charity single to benefit the victims of the 2004 Asian tsunami and the 2005 Hurricane Katrina. Later in 2005, McCartney signed on as an official supporter of Little Kids Rock, a non-profit organization that provides free musical instruments and instruction to children in underserved public schools throughout the USA. He sits on LKR's honorary board of directors. He has donated proceeds of his 2005 tour for disaster relief, recorded radio spots promoting the Kids for a Drug-Free America campaign, is a spokesperson for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and is involved in the charity Space, which was co-founded by a childhood friend of his mother's. McCartney performed at the Hope Rocks concert in 2005 to benefit the City of Hope Cancer Center. He appeared in the Concert for Hope October 25, 2009 with Miley Cyrus and Demi Lovato. Filmography, films, television, video games, discography. Beautiful Soul, Right Where You Want Me, Departure, In Technicolor, Tours, 2004-2005, Beautiful Soul Tour, 2005, Backstreet Boys, Never Gone Tour, 2006-2007, Right Where You Want Me Tour, 2008, Departure Mini Tour, 2008, Jesse and Jordan Live Tour, 2009, Headlining Tour, 2009, New Kids on the Block, Full Service Summer Tour, 2013, Backstreet Boys, In a World Like This Tour, 2014, Jesse McCartney, In Technicolor Tour, references. External links, official website, Jesse McCartney at the Internet Movie Database, Jesse McCartney at AllMusic.